if I were to speak really properly about Zen, I might just keep silent for a few minutes. And actually then one would understand it better than if I tried to make it clear. But as I'm going to have to talk with you, and you know, one talks on the radio, we're going to have to confuse everybody by trying to tell them what it's all about.
But isn't there an element of communication that is needed here? As you said a moment ago that silence, some time of silence would help explain Zen more than words would.
Yeah.
Now, I, who talk a great deal, perhaps talk too much, don't quite dig this. And I'm trying to, I want to understand what you're telling me. Now, isn't communication, is silence a form of communication then?
Well, a lot of other kinds of communication go on while you're silent. There's a Chinese proverb which says, one showing is worth 10,000 sayings. In other words, if I were to ask you, you know, what this is, you would say it was a match booklet, but match booklet is a noise, and this isn't a noise. If I really want to show you what this is, you see, I have to do this. That's what it is.
But on TV, then, would our conversation take on a different coloration? Or not our, or shall we say our communication rather than conversation?
We can do it just as well on radio. Because there's all the difference in the world between the word clap and that.
Between the word and the sound.
Yes, I mean, in other words, whatever as Korzybski said, you know, whatever you say a thing is, it isn't. Because a word only stands for it isn't it.
The word is the label.
The word's the label.
The actuality is something entirely
That's
different.
right. Now, part of the function of Zen is to wake people up to that. Because as soon as we begin to talk and to begin to think in words, we begin to confuse the signs with what they point to. And, you know, supposing you started eating the menu instead of the dinner. And you see, that's what happens. We start confusing the real world with the signs for it, with the names for it. And so begin to live in words instead of in reality.
So then the credo, perhaps this is wrong using the word credo, the idea of Zen is to acquaint human beings with the fact, with the reality instead of the label.
That's right. It doesn't say that labels are a bad thing, you know, but only bad if you confuse them.